Hey everyone! Don't forget to stay tuned till after the video if you want to find out how to support me or where to follow me on social media. And also, if you like this video and like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for choosing me, and on with the video.
How would you feel about paying extra for your plane ticket so a fat person sitting next to you can have 2 seats so they can feel more comfortable? Because that's what this influencer called Jaelynn wants to do. She is petitioning for all airlines to give obese people multiple seats, as many as they want or need to feel comfortable, and they have to get them for free. So those seats still have to be paid for somehow, and she is suggesting that the price will just get absorbed into all of the other passengers' costs. Okay, right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How about you either just pay for your own multiple seats? You can get as many as you want, or wait to travel until you can fit in a single seat.
Things I will never do again as a plus-size traveler. Being scared to ask for a seatbelt extender and sacrificing my comfort. Book a middle seat on a plane. They are the worst for plus-size travelers. Try to make myself as small as possible even though I'm a paying customer. Sit in a seat where the armrests don't raise and leave with bruises from the seat. Stuff myself into the tiny airplane bathrooms. Laughing off the comments that are actually rude about being a plus-size traveler. Not bringing my own towel and only being able to cover a third of my body. Relying on being able to buy plus-size clothing once I get there. Flying with airlines I know are not plus-size friendly. Waiting to take a trip until I lose weight.
It gets worse. Way worse.
Did you know that more than 1 billion people in the world are plus size? That's roughly 13% of the population. And yet, many airlines still don't have clear policies in place to accommodate plus size passengers. That's why I've started a petition calling on the FAA to require every airline to have a clear customer size policy in place for plus size passengers. No one should have to endure the discomfort, embarrassment, and discrimination that often comes with being a plus size passenger trying to navigate air travel. By signing this petition, you can help us demand that airlines take concrete steps to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for all passengers. Whether you're plus size or not, everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect when they fly. Let's work together to make sure that the travel industry serves everyone, not just a select few. Sign and share this petition, and let's make a difference.
How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Things that plus-size travelers hate. When the tray table can't come down. Worrying about asking for a seatbelt extender. Having little to no room to move. Narrow aisles and bulkhead seats. Tiny airplane bathrooms. Worrying you're going to break the toilet. Getting pat down because you're fat. Tiny airport chairs with armrests.
You know how airplane seats are like super small nowadays? A nonprofit called flyersrights.org just sued the FAA over this and lost. Flyersrights.org filed this lawsuit against the FAA, basically stating that without any kind of minimum standards for sizing requirements within airplanes for seats, passengers within the airplanes wouldn't be able to get out of the airplane in less than 90 seconds in the event of an emergency. And just for some background, airlines actually need to be able to evacuate people from their airplanes in less than 90 seconds in the event of an emergency. That's kind of like the minimum standard. But flyersrights.org was basically saying that that won't be possible unless there's some sort of minimum sizing requirement in the airplane for the seats. The 3-judge panel on the circuit court ended up actually siding with the FAA because they found that there was no clear evidence that the size of seats on an airplane actually correlates with the amount of time that a passenger can get out of the airplane or whether or not the passenger is actually safe on the airplane. I also want to note that this is something that Congress has actively been trying to change. Back in 2018, Congress gave the FAA 1 year to come up with some sort of seating standards for passengers on an airplane, and they still haven't come out with those seating size standards. Additionally, there was a group of senators last November that were actually trying to prevent airlines from shrinking the size of their seats by passing some sort of legislation to prevent this. I definitely think that these seats are getting way too small for most people. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you guys think.
I've never seen someone so entitled that doesn't even understand how entitled they are. So, I'm sure by now you guys have heard about Jaelynn, J-Bay. Miss All Fat People deserves 2 to 3 seats on every airline. And I'm like, sis. And granted, here's the thing, like, for years she paid for first class seats so she'd have more room. She did what I felt was the best you could do, not inconvenience other plane goers, because the majority of people do their part. They fit in the seats. I have flown twice in the last 9 months. Oh, wait. Yes, whoops. Oh, I was wrong. 8. I have flown in the last 8 months, if you can add to this month. I know the exact airline that if you want the free seat, you can take it. But that has nothing to do with other people paying for it. They always leave free seats in case someone misses their flight. And that will be Southwest Airlines. Now, this is going to bleed into another video that I have been trying to do for months. I have recorded this several times. I don't even know how many times now. So you are going to see throughout this video clips and snippets of me from those other recordings that I've made back in either October or February. I want to say it was February. And I'm going to try to fill in snippets of when I went flying, because No. Fat people do not deserve more seats purely for existing. They don't. If that was the case, there are people who require more seats because they have disabilities. There are people that are too tall that are uncomfortable in seats. They don't get those same rights and anything else. There are men that are naturally wider shouldered. They would naturally, just from their bone structure, hang outside of it. Where's their second seat? And then you have the audacity to say, we're not asking for luxury. Oh, honey. Yes, you are. Editing starts on here. So I recorded this video. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to look different from when I recorded it to now. But I was so annoyed when she was stating that the airlines need to do it. But nay, she didn't give up. Oh no, she is back. And I am a little late to that party, but only by a few days this time. Hey, how about that? Now she wants hotels to accommodate her. But not just, like, everything she wants done, she is demanding of private businesses. Like, I don't know if you understand that, sweetheart. Private businesses. These are not government sanctioned. These are not businesses that are ran by the state. These are private businesses. They can do whatever the hell they want. And you're sitting here demanding that they give you things. So let's see. What does she want now, guys? What did Jaelynn want now? Oh, that's right. She wants all hallways widened. She wants all elevators widened. Okay. So if you own a hotel, get ready to accommodate 10% of the population of America and spend several $1 million in the process. I know you're excited. I know, I am too. So let's see. She doesn't say how wide she wants them, by the way. She demands that everything get widened. Okay. On top of that, she wants all the doorways widened. Okay. On top of that, she wants all the toilets raised up. Jaelynn, just because you're tall and fat doesn't mean the rest of us are. I'm 5'2". You raise that toilet, now I'm going to be dangling like a 2-year-old. I already have a hard time getting on half the toilets. You want to make it harder on me? Oh, and then she said, all towels must be made bigger. And then she said, on top of that, she demands that hotel robes all have to be increased in size to 6+ and a beyond. I don't know about the rest of you. I've stayed in several hotels. I've traveled quite a bit in the last 2 years for me. I've never once used a fucking robe from the hotels. If I need an extra towel, ring ring. Yes, concierge, can you please send extra towels? Like, it's not that difficult, sweetheart. If you're traveling that much, you can accommodate yourself. You're expecting other people to pay for your convenience. You don't have to travel. You don't have to go nowhere. But what you do want is you want them to get reinforced furniture. You want them... I sold furniture for years. Okay? I sold mattresses for years. If you want everything reinforced, it costs more. This is not some $10 fix. I will tell you, the mattresses alone, easy. Per hotel, we're talking, just for the mattresses and frames, we're talking easily, for even a small hotel, $200,000. That's just for the mattresses and hotels. Oh, and then she said, we can't have any armrests on the chairs. No. You like armrests? Too bad. The rotund people and guests matter more. And you know, this got me thinking. I am a rather large woman. So I told Starman today we were going on a trip. So we packed up the dogs and we went downtown. And I will say, this local hotel was very kind. They let me march my fat ass through the hotel and take videos. So let's see, guys. Let's play a little game. I'm going to replay some of what Jaelynn says, and I'll show you my experience.
I'm on a mission to revolutionize the travel industry and make it a more accessible, accepting, accommodating place for all. The needs of plus-size travelers matter just as much as anybody else, and today I'm going to cover what we are looking for in accessible, size-inclusive hotel amenities. Size-inclusive hotel amenities are crucial for ensuring that plus-size travelers feel welcomed, accommodated, and comfortable during their stay. We deserve an environment that respects our needs and body diversity. These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size-inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes. Number 1 on the list, provide sturdy, wider chairs without armrests in guest rooms, lobbies, and common areas to accommodate different body sizes and types. Number 2 on the list, ensure beds with strong support and a higher weight capacity, along with providing reinforced chairs and wider bathroom facilities. Number 3, make elevators and hallways spacious. to allow for easy movement of larger individuals and those utilizing mobility devices. Number 4, install grab bars in showers and near toilets. Offer adjustable handheld shower heads and raised toilet seats for added accessibility. Number 5, train staff to be respectful, understanding, and accommodating to travelers of all sizes. Number 6, provide pool lifts and handrails at the entry of the pool. This will allow for plus-size guests and guests with different abilities to enjoy all amenities. Number 7, hotel restaurants should have roomy seating options and sturdy chairs, ensuring that everybody can dine comfortably. Number 8, offer larger beach and pool seating. Provide oversized loungers and seating at the beach and pool areas, allowing travelers of all sizes and abilities to be comfortable. Number 9, hotels should provide size-inclusive bathrobes. These should go up to a size 6X and beyond. And hotels should also provide bath sheets or plus-size friendly towels so that travelers of all sizes and abilities can use them comfortably. And last but not least, this is an important one. Display clear and accurate information on these amenities on hotel websites. Include weight limits, seat dimensions, and things like that. And include information on the size-inclusive amenities available. This will help plus-size travelers make informed decisions. By implementing these size-inclusive hotel amenities, hotels can become more inclusive and accommodating. Be sure to hit that follow button for more plus-size travel tips and share this with someone who...
It's crazy to me, the actual entitlement you desire, that you feel. These are private businesses. They owe you nothing. Okay? If you want special treatment, pay for it. You even said before you willingly paid for extra seats. Keep doing it. You ate yourself into that situation. I don't want to hear about your fucking lungs. If you have a lung disease, you should be doing everything you can to ease it, not exacerbate it. But you're sitting here saying, oh yes, this company needs to go and spend this much. This company needs to go and do this much. You are talking billions of dollars, months of work to accommodate such a small amount of the population. I thought that people that are overweight were from the lower class because they couldn't even have access to healthy food and good food. I'm confused. Are they the lower class who couldn't afford healthy foods? Are they the upper class who are constantly going on vacation to high-end hotels? Which is it? I'm very confused here. And everything you say is very vague. You want all of these special treatments, but you give no direct demands. You don't give an actual measurement. You just say, hey, they've got to be bigger. The only measurement you made was for the robes, which, by the way, do you understand what overhead is? I have a feeling you haven't worked much in your life. You don't look like you can get into many businesses to do so. And what I will tell you is, as someone who even overweight has worked in multiple businesses, where do you expect them to store all these things? You do understand that larger items, larger robes, larger towels all require a storage room. And if you want them larger, that means there's more fabric. And if there's more fabric, they're going to need more room. Not only that, this is going to cost them more to wash. It's going to cost them more to dry. So you just want these companies to bleed money so you can find a little bit more comfort for your fat little ass. And frankly, I'm done with it. I am done with feeling bad for people like you who use a slight disability as an excuse for the way you act. My dear, you take up an entire row in an airplane seat. I don't even do that, and I weighed 400 pounds the last time I flew. My husband weighs half of what I weigh. He and I ordered 2 plane seats, and you know what? I squeezed into it. And I dealt with it. I still made it to Vegas. I still made it to Texas. Look at me, I'm still alive. How crazy is that? Meanwhile, you're sitting here saying, we demand, we want to make it comfortable. Everything in a society where you want these luxuries. See, you're demanding socialist ideas with a capitalist background. You want all these luxuries. They're available to you. You have to pay for them. You want bigger hotel rooms? You want bigger accommodations? Pay for them. Or deal. Or lose weight. Those are your options. But to sit here and demand that they completely change the infrastructure, either you're a minority or you're not. And if you're a minority, when we're talking about being overweight, then why would you want the majority to have to adhere to you? Why should everyone have to deal with taller, larger, wider seats? Which is very uncomfortable for thin people, okay? You want wider toilets, taller toilets. Well, what if somebody's got a small ass but a big belly? Then they're falling in it too. Like this, you're insane. You sign your little petitions, you rave all you want, but guess what? If you want the luxury of travel, pay for the luxury of travel. You want the luxury of experiencing these things, then go do it on your dime. But this entire tirade of you demanding that these hotels and these airlines and everyone else accommodate just you, when you are especially specialized, my dear, you are gigantic. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but you are. You are an extremely large woman. You are larger than me. You are in a very small number of the overweight people in America. I mean, seriously, I was able to sumo stretch and I still couldn't touch the walls in that hotel. If that hall is too thin for you, if it is not wide enough, you need to change your priorities. Because, my dear, you're insane. You are so worried about having the world cater to you. You're not even concerned about your lifespan. Oh, I want to experience life. How many more years can you experience life? Do you understand a person your size flying as much as you do can cause blood clots? I dread to see what your diet is like. I dread for all of it. And the thing is, like, you have said yourself you pay for these things. What makes you think that they're going to let you just dictate to them? They have to make money. You understand this, right? For these services, these buildings, these hotels, all these things to exist, they have to make a profit. What you're proposing will eat up profit. And when profits go down, jobs get lost. Amenities get taken away. Luxuries get reduced. You don't have to like those facts, but those are the facts. They will cut the fat, pun unintended, but that's the truth. They will cut the fat where need be to accommodate their bottom line so they can stay afloat. So go ahead, keep demanding all this stuff. It's not going to get you anywhere. But back to the rest of the video, guys. I had to give you that update, and I had to show you that I was the eye on the scene. I put myself out there in the masses to show you the bullshit. Yes, you absolutely are. Now, you've done some things right. When you've gone traveling, you have made sure you take up the whole aisle that you're in. You and your boyfriend or husband or whatever the hell he is. You two make sure you take up one aisle, you buy the seats for all of that, and that's it. But not everyone does that. Like in the case of with Sydney Watson. See, and every time I even think about you, and it just fills me with rage. I keep getting short of breath, just like get so mad because I just don't understand it. What gives you the right? What? I said it in my video about tests. What gives you the testicular fortitude to say these things? No one owes you. To begin with, airlines are private. They are not government run. Did you know that? They are private. They're privately owned, they are for profit, and they offer a convenience. And then you're stating that they not only have to pay for your ticket, but if you end up having to pay for it, they've got to refund you the ticket. And you're not asking for special treatment or luxury? You're on oxygen. And I understand it's for some kind of lung disease, but your biggest concern should not be traveling while you're at your size. It's trying to figure out how to lose weight so that lung disease isn't more exacerbated by your weight, whether you want to hear it or not. Just because you have that issue doesn't mean that you shouldn't lose weight. Especially if you're out here demanding free shit. Sign all the petitions you want. They're not going to do it. They've made the seats too small for everybody. You think they're going to give you free shit? They don't want you on there. Not when you're going to be a hazard.
Or, hear me out, maybe we could abolish first class and business class because they take up so much space, and we could evenly distribute the seats throughout the plane. Because, you know, I have to ask myself, why should fat people, super tall people, disabled people, people with accessibility requirements have to sit in the back where there is absolutely no room when other people who are really afforded a lot more privilege than the average person get to sit up the front with their own private bar and their fold-out bed? It's capitalism, babes. Capitalism.
And I can tell you from experience, I cannot run through a plane quick enough because my ass is too wide. That's just the logistics of it. Every time I'm on a plane, I've got to go sideways just so I can make it through. Now, I'm pretty good at the crab walk. I can go sideways pretty quickly. But whose fault is that? I said this in a video months ago. When I walk into the kitchens at my job, whose fault is it that when I'm in the aisle, people are bumping into me? When I'm at the stove, people can't get past me to get to the fryolators. When I'm in the sink area washing, people can't squeeze past me to put the dishes on the rack so I can wash them. Whose fault is it? Because they can fit past everybody else. So whose fault is it that you can't fit in the seats? Is it the airline or is it you? There's a reason why it's called standard size seating. You're not the standard. And when you're not the standard, you can't expect the world to take care of you for it. So what now? Should every bathroom in America have baby powder and butt wipes because I have IBS? Should we ensure that I get free Johnson & Johnson for the rest of my life? Should Cottonelle sponsor me for free because I was born with an issue that I can't change? Should Vaseline give me free lotion for life because I have to buy it in bulk? What about Burt's Bees? Should they all give me free shit because I require it? What next? Should Lane Bryant make my bras cheaper because I'm fat and got big boobs? Do you know how stupid you sound? I'm getting so tired of this entitlement. I am getting so, like, you guys don't understand how annoying this is. Especially when she has the audacity to state, I'm not asking for luxury. Yes, you are. There are airlines you can go on that will give you the extra seat you want. Pay the price for those airlines or don't go. You want to travel so bad? So does the rest of the world. You're really out here telling people they deserve an extra seat when most people can't afford to do what you do. You want us to feel sympathy for you because you ate yourself into a size where you require 3 seats? Sis, are you serious? I think you need to strap an extra oxygen tank. Get a little more air going up there because I think you're getting the circulation cut off. I really do. Because this is one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard. Ever. It doesn't make any sense. Again, there are airlines you can go to. There are places you can go to that will give you what you want. Or you can pay for it. Pay for priority boarding. Pay for the better seating, which you've done in the past. But don't sit here and whine about it afterwards. Most people will never go to the places that you've been to. Thin, fat, whatever. You should be grateful for the money that you do have and that you have the ability to do these at all. But frankly, I feel your energy should be put into something better. You literally have stated in other videos you have an incurable lung disease. So why, oh why, would you not be fighting tooth and nail to make sure your body is healthy enough so the lung disease doesn't take you sooner? I didn't realize it, guys. I used her in another video not too long ago. Right here.
Right, so let's use this nasty ass comment as an example, ladies and gentlemen. So this person is saying that they're on a weight loss journey and they are super unhappy because they're fat. And that is the case for some people. I understand that. But why the hell would you hate on another person of size if you yourself are not happy with your size? That has nothing to do with someone else's body. And why does my body affect you? It's disgusting.
No one deserves free shit purely for existing. Because it's not free. Expecting others to pay for tickets because you put yourself in a bad position. That's like expecting everyone else's insurance to go up so you can afford it after you become a drunk driver and get in an accident. No. No. You did that to yourself, regardless of how. I've said it in other videos. It doesn't matter how you gained the weight. The fact is you did. And now it's your job to lose it. And if you're not willing to lose it, then open up your wallet and pay for the private seating. The only thing we agree on, and that's because nobody can fit in them, and I've demonstrated this in other videos, is the bathrooms. And I've also showcased that's because about 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, all the airlines realized they could make a couple of $1 million more a year if they just trimmed 10 inches off every bathroom in every plane. Because they added, I think, 3 more seats per row. Yeah. I agree it's greedy. But it's their company. They can do what they want. And the thing is, if you're truly that upset, then boycott traveling. Because I'll tell you what, the only way that any of those companies will stop is if people stop flying. If people actually are that upset, they'll stop flying. Because you see, me, when I go through the airport, I don't eat. I've stated this. I starve myself. No matter how long I'm flying, I don't eat. I will drink a little bit of water and I will only go to the bathroom in airports. If I have only an hour flight, I know the time frame I've got, I will hold it. The whole flight. The only reason I would get into an airplane bathroom is if I know for a fact that bathroom's wide enough for me. Otherwise, I'm not doing it, because who remembers this woman? Okay? Celiac. So she was taking it on somebody else because she couldn't get what she wanted because she hadn't prepared ahead of time. Again, whose fault was it? Is it that woman who's eating? Or is it the lady who didn't prepare? That's what these come down to. That's what these come down to. Sorry, not sorry. You guys are getting my nose stuffy from all this anger. The world doesn't owe you. This circles right back to the I don't owe anybody health. Really? So you don't owe anybody your health, but you want to cart your 500-pound butt into that airline where you're going to be on a seatbelt extender. Well, what if you hit air traffic? I've seen you move. You're not that quick. And you can't get your belt on in time. You become a 500-pound ping pong ball. You're a liability. Do you not understand that? You add more weight in one space. I've been on airlines where literally because the plane was so empty, people weren't allowed to sit in one location because it would mess up the balance of the plane. You just being that big in one spot, you and your spouse, being literally 1,000 pounds in one row, in one spot, fucks up the balance of the plane. Do you know that? Did your little petition think about that? I don't think you did. See, this is the stuff people don't think about. Because they think weight limits are fat phobic. Meanwhile, science and structure and buildings and all them prove that weight limits are real and they are there for a reason. Oh, well, they could just reinforce it. Do you understand? The plane has to take off the ground, kids. It's got to get from the ground to the air, which means the plane can't weigh too much. So they can only reinforce it so much. There's a reason why sometimes they will take your bags and put it on another plane, because the plane's too heavy. So what if you have 500-pound people in every single row? See, these are things I think about that you don't. Because, see, you think the weight is not a factor. It's not real. The weight is real. There's a reason why there's weight limits on bridges. There's a reason why there's weight limit on regular roads. There's a reason why there's weight limits in your own house. Did you know being overweight could fuck up your house? Did you? If your foundation is not strong enough, your foundation will weaken over time. There's a reason why they got rid of waterbeds years ago, because they would structurally damage homes and fall through floors. There's a reason why you can't just stick a fish tank wherever you want, because each gallon equals 10 pounds of weight. See, this is the funniest part about fat activism that I just don't understand. You people pretend that physics isn't real. Instead, you whine about rights and about whether or not you're allowed to do something. There's a reason you're not allowed. There's a reason why you're not able to get on certain park rides and get on roller coasters. Because the centrifugal force of your fat ass flying through the air could kill you. And it's no different on a plane. But all you're concerned about is the fact that fat people don't get to travel like others. There is a reason. You don't fit in the vest. Like this. I am not trying to be mean. I know I sound mean. I'm angry. I'm not trying to be mean. But these are facts. And these are things that everyone should know. And what's crazy is that I'm just seeing that common sense is really not common. So that's why I don't respect your whole little mission. You're demanding private companies give up their money because of your slovenliness. Because you put yourself in a body position where it's difficult for you to move around and travel. You are upset about that, even though it is your fault. Yes, when you're on a plane, you should try to take up less room. I'm sorry, but you should. Especially when you're in an aisle with somebody else. My nose is literally... Can you hear it? You shouldn't be sitting, squeezing a thin person between you and whoever you're flying with. There is never a time where it's okay when you fly, you are in someone else's space. If when you fly, it bruises your thighs and your hips, that is your fault. You chose to go on a vacation in an uncomfortable way. Most Americans don't go overseas, which means they could have ridden in a train. Why didn't you do that? That's far more comfortable. I know. I have traveled on train to get to places. Oh, it was amazing. Oh, I loved being on the train. It was great. Sure, it takes you longer, but it's comfortable. Why don't you do that? Oh, because it's not as convenient? Crazy. So, then that means you're trading convenience for comfort. Oh, I cracked the code. So I guess that means you're going to have to deal with the fact that your butt isn't going to be comfortable. And if you want it to be comfortable, you got to pay extra for it. Them's the breaks, baby cakes. But you know what, guys? I'm getting heated over this. So I'm going to leave it there. That's all I had to say about it. If you want to travel, pay the money for it. If you can't afford it, then don't do it. That's all I had to say about it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. This is my most recent video or the videos I've done in the past. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And as always, remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day.